Here devotees, they will head for Janakpur. And in Janakpur, King Janak ruled with his queen Sunaina. And what devotees, what happened in Janakpur there? King Janak, he had a daughter named Sita, who will play a very important part in devotees Ramleela. Let us see what happens. Pura Ramayata Rama, Pura Yamayata Rama, Jagadika, Harishi Anuja Samipa Biseka, Vapi Kupa Rama, Vapi Kupa Sarita Sarana. Sudhasana Mani Sopani Shri Rama Jai Rama Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama. In Janakpur, ruled that kingdom by the name of a king called King Janak. King Janak devotee is a very righteous king who ruled impartially. One time, listen what happened. Ravan used to send his rakshas to collect tax from the sages, right? And when he couldn't get tax, he will extract blood from them, right? So when taxation time was coming, these sages, because the demons used to rough them up, they extracted their own blood, put it in a container, and when the messengers of Ravan came, they said, "Oh messengers, here is your tax, take it to King Ravan. But tell him, this container of blood will bring death and destruction to him and his entire race." So when they went there, Ravan was happy at first to behold the blood. We are weakening the righteous. But when he heard the pronouncement with it, he was very afraid. He said, "Here's something. King Janak and I don't get along. Take this blood and go and bury it in his kingdom." So the soldiers went, buried it in his kingdom. So devotees, at that time it tells, there was a severe drought and famine. No rain had fallen for the longest period. Sufferation throughout the entire land. Janak had checked with his astrologers, and they told him that we can bring an end to this drought. You have to prepare a plow out of gold, and you, king and queen, have to plow the land, and the drought will come to an end. The plow was prepared. And as they were plowing the land, what happened? Suddenly they heard a sound. The earth opened. And as it opened, a throne appeared from out of the earth. Mother Earth was sitting on that throne with a little baby girl in her hand. And she handed the girl child to the queen, Queen Sunaida. And suddenly, as if it was a dream, the throne went back into the earth. The earth closed up as nothing had happened. But they end up with a little baby. And there they thought they will call her Janaki. But Narad Muni arrived and he said, a more befitting name to call her is Sita. If your name is Sita, what does it mean in English? The marks made by that of a plow. Whilst plowing the land, the earth opened. Divinities are not born like you and me. They appear. And when mission is accomplished, they vanish into thin air. So devotees, Sita grew up as a beautiful young child at the faces of the moon. Now Janak was a very devoted king. He had prayed rigorously to Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva manifested a bow and gave it to him. He said, "Janak, take this bow and worship this bow. In thought, words, and deed, you will be worshiping me. But where you place this bow, it will be difficult to lift. So Janak prepared a nice place for it, and he will offer worship to it. Lo and behold, one day, Janak saw Sita as a little child. You know, if you grow up and you have a temple in your home, you grow up learning to take care of the temple. Sita will clean out the temple. And Janak was amazed when he saw Sita as a little child, lifted up the bow, cleaned the spot, and put back the bow. Janak could not believe his sight. And when he saw that, he said, the only person who will be able to marry my daughter is that individual who could lift this bow, string this bow, and break this bow. Up till that time, nobody could have done it. Nobody. As a bothered father and a mother, you see, long ago, parents was like that. A parent always liked to see their children settle down before they leave this world. Right? You want to see your daughter, your son settle down in their family life, create a good family, to create a good society, to contribute to the development of the land. But today, everything different. So King Janak was worried. Sita cannot get a suitor. So he decided he will organize a Swayamvar. Now what is a Swayamvar? Suitors or princes will be invited from across the globe. And they will come to vie for the hand of Sita. What is this? There is a way of marriage in Hinduism where you can win a bride in a contest. Right? Arjuna or Draupadi that way. Could you lift this bow, string this bow, and break this bow, you will win the hand of Sita. So King Janak, devotees organized this Swayamvar. Princes from around the globe had arrived there. He learned that the great sage Vishwamitra was coming with two young champs. And when news reached him, he went out personally to welcome them. King Janak personally went to welcome the great sage with devotees, Rama and Lakshman, falling at the feet of the sage and receiving his blessing. He welcomed Sri Rama and Lakshman. Janak could not believe his eyes when he looked at how handsome they were, especially Sri Ram. Lord Vishnu in the human body. Devotees, could you find any fault with the Lord? Everything was just perfect with the Lord. And Janak welcomed them, devotees, into his Swayamvar. Only in his heart, thinking, oh gosh, if Ram could lift this bow and break it, I'd like to have him as my son-in-law. He was introduced to the others. They were given comfortable seat and so on. Queen Sunaina and others, they bowed to the great sage and devotees. Now, I tell you one time, Ram, remember this happened over a period of time, they were building their quarters and so on. And one morning, Shri Ram went to pick flowers for the great sage. And Sita came in the garden the same time. And there they meet, when the eyes met, that was it. That was it. They knew they were for each other. But the contest has to take place. So Janak at this time stands and makes a proclamation. Listen, O great saints and sages and princes, I have invited you to this Swayamvar. The contest is to break this divine bow of Lord Shiva, which I have made a promise that only he who can lift it, string it, and break it will win the hand of my daughter Sita. And all eyes were on her. Beautiful Sita, played by Elena Jagannath. Here we have King Janak, played by Mr. Ishwar Bizai. And here we have Queen Sunaina, devotee, is played by Shanisha Mansingh. I have made a vow. Up till now, no one can lift this bow. I have invited you here. Please, do your bidding. Don't let my Sita remain unwedded. And so devotees, King Janak proclaimed, I now proclaim this Swayamvar open. And so devotees, princes from around the globe there, they are talking with each other. They look at them. This little bow, I could bring that. And they get up there one by one and watch them. They're trying. As they get up to go by the bow, right? They looked at Sita. Oh, beautiful lady, well, today you will be mine. right? But all what he tries, and he looks at the bow and he tries to lift it, he cannot. Not even a mustard seed different distance it will shift. In shame, devotees, they fell defeated. Look at the others trying to. What is it about this bow? Come on, let me try together. They will team up their devotees. But that vibration of the bow, from the time they're about to touch it, it threw them backwards. They fell down in defeat. Now herein there was a great bow sacrifice. The terrible Banasur came there. There is a girl to win in this contest. I am going to have this girl. And so devotees, Banasur, a terrible demon, right? He entered that Swayamvar devotees, right? Played by Bartholomew Philip, an old play of the Ramleela committee. Right? When he entered there, Janak and others were afraid. Please, Lord, do not let him break this bow. Do not. Sita is hugging her mother. Mother, mother, what can I do if he break this bow? But devotees, when Banasur enters there, Sita, you're going to be my bride today. You're going to be my bride today. I'm going to take this bow, take you after breaking this bow. In the heavens, I tell you, the divinity is looking down. They and all too are hoping it will not happen. But Banasur, even Janak and others are afraid there. Banasur bows to the bow. He's a devotee of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva had granted this bow. But look at him. With all the valor and all the ego and pride in him, when he watched this bow, he will try to lift it, much less to string it. Right? And what happened? So powerful are the vibration, devotees. He dare not move it as a distance of a mustard seed. Lord Shiva is telling Parvati, oh Parvati Devi, this divine bow I granted to Janak. And look, nobody can lift it. Played by Nirmal Maraj and Sonia Maraj devotees, walking the earth, witnessing this beautiful drama. As Banasur tried once more, the bow, the vibration threw him back. He fell down, devotees, and dejected and defeated and ashamed. Big Banasur, renowned devotees for his terrible ways, he had to leave that Swayamvar. By this time, the king of Lanka, he had left Lanka, flying across in his aerial car, hearing that a beautiful princess is at stake, lustful in nature. King Ravan himself is going to come there, and he is going to vie for the hand of Sita. I always invite people to come and view the construction of the effigy of Ravan, but people only want to see it when it's put up there to burn. It's a masterpiece in terms of the craft involved in it. Even devotees, the divinities above, they are hoping Ravan will not be able to lift this bow, terrorizing this earth, taking away Lanka from his half-brother Kuber. Ravan heads for Lanka for Janakapur. And on reaching their devotees, the Swayamvar is open to all, but Janak is afraid. Queen Sunaina, all of the others, when they saw Ravan, and in fear of him, some of them princes will scamper away. Yeah. Some of them princes will run away from fearful of him. Here Ravan says, Sita, today I'll take you to Lanka. You'll be my bride. Have you forgotten I'm the great devotee of Lord Shiva? I have lifted Kailash Parvat with Lord Shiva and Parvati. Then what is this bow? Janak, from today you're going to be my father-in-law. Janak is fighting and worried, right? Let Providence not have that happen. Right? They're all looking on. Ravan devotees will try at the bow. And as he tries as it, what happened? Although a great devotee of Lord Shiva, he could not stir that bow the distance of a mustard seed. What is it? What is it about this bow? What is it? He tries again and again. always proud of himself. But lo and behold, he cannot lift it, he cannot. And so devotees, one more try and see, the bow will tumble him over, falling down. Look at the king of Lanka. So shameful, the king of Lanka cannot lift that bow of Lord Shiva. Dejected, he had to return to Lanka. Lakshman looked at Shri Ram and said, my Lord, why don't you do your bidding? Why? Shri Ram was very humble. He looked at the sage Vishwamitra and looked at him. Shri Ram gave him consent. Bowing at the feet of the sage. Here you have Shri Ram, played by Satish Prasad. Goes before that bow. He looks at Sita from the corner of his eyes. Right? Knowing she's daughter of Lakshmi and earth. And as he bows to that bow, everyone is looking, but nobody saw it. When the Lord lifted that bow, strung it and broke it. Bolo Prabhu Ramachandra ke, Ayodhya Pati Ramachandra ke, Maryada Prabhu Ramachandra ke. It was, devotees, a very happy moment. And in the heavens, they were showering flowers upon this occasion. And there was happiness. Yeah, devotees, Sita was happy, Sunaida, King Janak and all the others. Shri Ram has won the hand of Sita. And whilst there was celebration, there was a great sage by the name of Parshuram who was roaming the earth. And he had heard of this incident, that Janak is organized a bow sacrifice. How dare Janak do that? These kings are playing the fool. He's an avatar of Lord Vishnu who went about. The king started to take advantage of the people. Heavy taxation. They could not survive. Living their, luxurious lifestyles and so on. When Janak, Parshuram appeared there, stamping on the ground and in anger. Janak, how dare you allow this great bow of Lord Shiva to be broken? What type of ridicule is this? How you abuse this privilege? And devotees threatening Janak and everyone they afraid. Lakshman came forth. Oh sage, why are you bothered about an old bow like that? You want a bow? I'll get a bow for you. Do not quarrel about an old bow. Then Janak, Parshuram started devotees to get angry with Lakshman. A heated argument took place between both there. And Parshuram is telling, look, only move this boy before I kill him. This insolent child, get him away from me, get him away. And the Katha prolongs in the Ramayana. A heated argument, devotees. Lakshman was the avatar of Sita himself. And when devotees, seeing that it was getting beyond control, Shri Ram intervened. O sage, I am Ram. It is forgive this child. Lakshman is my brother. It is I who broke this bow. Please forgive him. And Parshuram angry. How dare you break this bow of Lord Shiva? How dare you do that? You need to be punished by death for destroying this bow of Lord Shiva. And so devotees, as he about to lift that axe, he found the axe stuck to the ground. The axe could not move. What is wrong? What is wrong? And so devotees, as he held up the bow, automatically the bow slipped from the hand of Parshuram into the hand of Shri Ram. And Parshuram realized this Ram is no ordinary, but is Maha Vishnu upon this earth. He bowed to the feet of him and he said, my Lord, my mission is now accomplished. I will leave for the Himalaya mountains to engage myself in penance and austerity and give up this mortal coil. And so devotees, Parshuram bowed to the feet of the Lord and left the Janakapur. Parshuram is played by Joshua Benaldo also. Bolo Ayodhya Ramachandra ke! So happiness continued in Ayodhya. Here devotees, Janak is saying, we must send a message to King Dashrath in Ayodhya. Prepare Bharat and come wherein has to take place. Shri Ram has won the hand of Sita. And so message reached devotees, Ayodhya Puri. And getting that message, they were all so happy. They prepared devotees to leave Ayodhya for that wedding ceremony that will take place in Janakpur. It tells you divinities came on earth as humans to be in this wedding. Lord Shiva and Parvati attended this wedding. Janak has made preparation, and a 3 days wedding, which is traditional amongst the Hindu community, is a manner in which this wedding took place. They will leave Janakpur, Ayodhya, and they will travel to Janakpur. It says they will stay a few days, and when the time was right, on an auspicious day, the wedding ceremony will take place. Bolo Ayodhya Ramachandra ke